Hey, it's Ellie. Welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. So today, you'll probably notice from the title, I decided to build a vacation beach house. It's not like a beach house that you would live in all the time. Obviously, it's a vacation house, but what I mean by that is there's just a lot of bedrooms. You can fit like the full 8 Sims in this house if you wanted to. And yeah, I don't know if that's a thing in other places, but it's pretty common in the US to like have a lake house or a beach house that you like rent for a weekend and you go and you stay there and there's like a ton of bedrooms, so you bring your whole family. And the beach houses are never that big, but you know, you're at the water, the lake or the beach, and you're pretty much meant to be outside, so they don't really need to be that big. So yeah, that's what I did here. I did actually stay at a lake house kind of recently, actually 1 month ago exactly today, because I'm totally recording this on the day that I'm going to release it because I've been playing The Long Dark too much and I didn't have this video ready, but it's fine, it's fine. So yeah, I was kind of inspired by that beach house that I stayed at. It wasn't a great beach house, to be honest, or lake house, I guess I should say, but I don't know, they all kind of have this similar vibe to them, so I took the vibe and I made a better looking beach house. I really like the way this looks from the outside. I don't normally like anything that isn't symmetrical, like that usually bothers me way too much for me to build mini houses that are not like the roof especially, and I tried to make it symmetrical a minute ago, but it didn't look right, and so I thought it looked way better not symmetrical. So yeah, I just left it like that, and I think it works out. I like it. It's a very interesting shape, so I like that it's different from most of my other builds, I guess. Yeah, I used so many blues and whites and yellows in this apartment, a little bit of green, or not apartment, wow, this is not an apartment, it's a beach house. Yeah, I just used a lot of blue, yellow, and white because I feel like those are the colors that they work out for a beach house. So yeah, that's what I did. I really like it. It's very pleasant to be in, I think. Yeah, it's a cute little house, and everything kind of fit pretty well. Honestly, you could live in this house if you have a big family. I think it would make a pretty good family house. The rooms are really empty because, you know, this is kind of meant to be a house that you don't live in, so you don't really need the rooms to have everything in them. You just get the basics like a bed and a dresser and maybe an end table if you're lucky, but that's about it. I think I put a mirror in all the bedrooms too, but yeah, that was pretty much just to take up space so it wouldn't look so empty. But you could definitely live here if you wanted to. All you would have to do is probably put more skilling items in the house, but like I said, there's plenty of space to do that in the rooms. So you should be pretty good to live in here if you want to. And like I said, you can fit all 8 Sims in here, maybe more. I can't remember. I put a few double beds. A lot of the rooms have just one single bed, but there are, I think, 2 double beds. So that's 4 Sims already. And I think there might be more than 4 bedrooms. Actually, I can't remember now how many bedrooms there are. I'm pretty sure there's 4 on the bottom floor alone. Yeah, there is. Well, you could certainly take one of the bedrooms out too to make the living area bigger, because it's pretty small as it is. But yeah, like I mentioned earlier, beach houses are like that, so, and I think it looks really cute smaller. It's like a cozy little beach house. I don't know. Here, okay, I was having a lot of trouble with this, as you might have noticed. there's like the siding that is coming into the house in the bedroom, and I couldn't figure out how to get rid of it. It's because of the roof, the way I have the house and the roof connected to each other, so there was really no way to get rid of it, so I ended up just having to cover it up with like a tiny little room. I just kind of like blocked that part off, and I did the same in the room next to it, and that was the only way I managed to fix it. So I'm sorry that part looks a little weird, a lot weird actually, but I couldn't do anything else. Otherwise, there was just going to be a huge wall of siding in that bedroom, and that would look even worse than what I did. So that's what happened. I did struggle with the roof a little bit, but it definitely wasn't as bad as my normal houses because, well, I don't know why. It wasn't symmetrical, so I didn't have to try to make the roof symmetrical, and I could just put the roof pieces that fit, if that makes sense. So yeah, here's the little living room. I think it's so cute. I love the couch and chair set right there. I can't use it in a lot of houses. I tend to use it outdoors more than I do indoors, that's for sure. But in this house, I feel like it was absolutely perfect to go indoors. It has that sort of beachy feel, the white and the very light colored wood, and a lot of the bowling stuff actually kind of goes in this house as well. I used the end table for it, and that color scheme works pretty well for this house. So you might have noticed I just put a pool on the deck. Now, I was thinking I would put one on the ground at first, but I thought that looked stupid. And also, I mean, you do have pools at the beach houses, but not generally the vacation ones, I think. Never the ones that I've been to, though. I guess I've only been to lake houses technically, but they're kind of the same. But yeah, I think from all the beach houses that I've seen, there's usually a pool like in the deck area somewhere. A small one, maybe a hot tub, something like that. Something that is not ocean water that you can swim in and relax in kind of in your house. So that's why I just put that little tiny square pool in the corner there, and I used this light fixture that I rarely get to use in my houses because it has a very specific style, but I thought it worked here as a wall divider, so I think it looks cute over there. Your Sims won't care that it's only a 4 square pool. I think it's only 4 tiles. Maybe it's more. Maybe it's 8 square feet. Anyway, it's not important how big that is. Your Sims won't care. And I don't know. I just thought it looked cool there. That's all. So yeah, I'm working on the bathroom now. I almost forgot the bathroom again, I'll be honest. But I did end up remembering it before I finished the layout, so I added it in. I kind of liked that it fit just perfectly here in this weird shape of, like, behind the stairs there was that odd shape. I didn't want to bring the room out forward, so I had just blocked that off originally, but it seemed so perfect for a little hallway entrance into the bathroom. Like, I don't know, that worked out really well. So yeah, here's one of the double beds. Like I said, I think there's 2 double beds. This is supposed to be a teen bedroom. Well, I'm not there anymore, but the one I'm just working on, here it is again. This is a teen room. It's pretty basic, like I already mentioned, but I did add, let's see. So I put a teen bedroom, I put a child room. Actually, I think I put 2 teen bedrooms. Well, I mean, this one looks like a teen bedroom as well, but you know, any sim could go in there. It doesn't really matter. For this one anyway, because that's a normal bed, but the other one is actually a teenager bed, and I'm not sure if other Sims can sleep in it or not, like adult Sims or children's Sims. I have no idea. So yeah, anyway, the child bedroom, it has toys in it. It's the only room I put objects in, but that's just because toys are so important for your children in real life, but mostly in the sim world because they can't learn any of their skills without the toys. That's like the only way they can learn some of their skills is through their like science lab and all that stuff, and they do all their emotional stuff through their toys a lot too. Not all of it, but quite a bit of it. So I thought toys were probably the only important thing that you really needed in this house, and everything else you can put in yourself if you want other skilling items. It's just, whenever I put skilling items in, I always feel like, why am I putting these specific ones in? Like, if somebody were to download the house and they don't have a painter sim, but I have an easel in the house, that's just kind of a waste. And I'm sure they'll just delete it, but it's like, I don't know. It just feels like, why did I put it there in the first place? Because everyone has a specific sim with specific skills, but it looks empty if you don't put anything, so I always put skilling items. Actually, I did put an easel in here, I just noticed. So, yeah, there's a painting easel in here. Your painter sims can be in this house and not have to buy anything, I guess. But yeah, that's why a lot of the time I do leave like open spaces, or the skilling things are in a place where you can kind of move them or put something different in its place, because I just worry people won't have enough space to put all the skilling things they need. That's something that I hate about the Sims houses. When I first started playing Sims, like way back, I started on Sims 3 actually. I know most Simmers start on Sims 1, but I was only 5 when the Sims 1 came out, and that wasn't really, I don't even think I had a computer at that time. I really can't remember, but Sims was not a game that I was going to be playing at 5 years old. So I started with The Sims 3 when I was a teenager, and I remember I built this stupid little square house, and I was just going along with my sim, and every time I needed a new item, I would have to make my house bigger or make a new room, and I was really, really bad at building back then, but I always hated that when I just had to keep making the house bigger because I didn't have enough space in the house to fix everything. And building was a lot harder in The Sims 3, I think. They added some pretty nice tools to The Sims 4. I really like the windows. You can do the auto window placement, and that is such a time saver sometimes if the placement is good. It's not always good, and like you can't, like I for instance have 2 single windows placed next to each other. The Sims would never auto do the windows like that, but you know, it's good for those random rooms that you just need like 2 windows in there, and so you just can do that very quickly, and I like that a lot. The Sims 3, I believe it didn't have the room feature, so you couldn't just like drag out one of the walls. You would have to do like a whole new room basically. Like you can just extend one of the sides of the room and have it all like it stay together as one room. It was difficult. It was kind of a mess, but there are some things I like better about The Sims 3 building. Mostly the fact that I have to change into The Sims 3 controls on The Sims 4 in order to free rotate objects, I should say. I don't know why, but you can't do it with The Sims 4 controls, and that doesn't make any sense to me. I looked it up, and I didn't find any way except a bunch of people just said, yeah, you have to switch to The Sims 3 controls. So that's kind of frustrating. By the way, the landscape of this house is awful, and I am sorry. It was a huge lot. I put it on this huge lot because it's an island lot, and I thought that made the most sense. but it's way too big for this tiny house, and so the landscaping is kind of awful. And yeah, you might be better off just putting this on a smaller lot, even though it won't be on the island. I don't know. I guess keep it on this lot if you feel like it, but the lot is pretty empty besides the house. But yeah, that's about the end of the speed build. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel because I post the Sims videos every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye!